Hello, this is Craig, and this is another mindfulness video. The theme for this one is formlessness, which is quite a word. Uh, but basically, when you're in your being, when you're in presence and you're meditating or you're just sitting and you're observing your being, there becomes a formlessness. So normally on our day-to-day life, we're a person, we're walking about, we're doing our things, we have form. So a lot of that creates what's called a duality, where it's you and something. You're looking at an object, you're looking at a subject. You're separate from those things. And often our mind, our thoughts, take us into this duality where we then have an opinion or a judgment or a comment about the thing we're looking at, whether it's an object or a subject, a thing. So even these trees that I've got in the background here, you could be looking at those trees and you could, like, you know, labeling them as a tree, thinking about them, going, oh, yeah, they're really tall, or they've got interesting texture on their bark, or and when you're doing that, you are separating yourself. It's you and the tree. You see, there's a person looking at the tree. Only the truth is consciousness is looking through you at the tree. Consciousness itself is formless, but we take on our identity as a person, and there's no problem with having an identity as a person, but it's good to notice that all our suffering and all our problems come from our personhood, if you like. When we're looking at something and we're like, oh, I'm not sure I like this now, or this is getting a bit upsetting, or I'm getting fed up with this, or I'm bothered by that, then there's thoughts that are not necessarily negative, but they're judgmental, they're opinions that cause your inner self to feel something, and the more you kind of put out judgments and opinions like that, you end up becoming annoyed, frustrated, sad, emotional, anxious. And this is a habit that we formed over many years. So the more we're looking out at the world and we're thinking we're separate as a person, and we're looking at things and then we're judging those things, it creates a suffering in our body, and our mind continues to have the habit of carrying on the judgment or the negativity. And you'll see that in your own life. There'll be certain things in your life where your mind continually goes back to and continually isn't particularly happy with it, wants to fix it, wants to solve it, wants to do something. And that's the suffering of being a person. So when you're in a lot of suffering, when there's a lot of botheriness, I call it botheriness or huffy puffiness or emotional angst in you, then there's an opportunity to remove yourself from the person and become formless consciousness. Consciousness coming through you, awareness is here. Awareness is always underneath all your thoughts. Thoughts are happening all the time. I don't like this. This is awful. Blah, blah, blah. Awareness underneath. All you have to do is go down into the awareness. So that is meditation, being, sitting, observing, looking at a tree and not labeling it as a tree. You're just looking. And the more you practice that, the more you enter, you come away from person and you enter formless, you enter awareness, consciousness. After a little while of being in there, there's a peace, there's a joy, there's clarity, there's a settling of your restlessness. There's a peaceful, calm presence, and that is felt. The body feels it in vibration, so your vibration kind of goes a bit higher. But it's deeper than that. There's a real kind of, there's like an inner quiet, an inner silence, but it feels so profound and it feels very, very healing. So when you're bothered and you're in personhood and you're like getting upset and you're in the separate realm in your mind, you're like, I'm this and I'm that and I don't like this and I don't like that. Come into your formlessness. You can only take a few minutes, really. You just sit. That's it. You just have to sit. You don't even need to follow your breath particularly, although it's useful, and you don't need to do anything particularly. You just sit and observe your being. We can all observe our being. It's already here. It's not something we're having to find. It's here already. It's you can have a sense. You can have an awareness of being. Sitting that beingness for as long as you can, any botheriness or huffy puffiness will ease, and you'll feel much better. It's like a reset. And then when you go back into being a person, which we're going to have to do, because here we are. You're dealing with things from a much more peaceful, calm, settled state. You're more relaxed. You're more observant. You're more knowing. There's a wisdom that knows what to do. And this wisdom is coming from your presence. It's coming from your beingness. It's coming from awareness. Awareness has the intelligence, not necessarily what's up here in our head. Is a bit misguided, because what's up here is based upon what's happened to us in our past. So if we let go of the past and we let go of the rule sets and the expectations and the dramas that are going on up here, and we enter formless presence, you get clarity, you get a wisdom beyond a person. And this wisdom knows what to do. It knows how to help. It knows how to give you the best answer to whatever's going on for you. So this video, that's it. It's just a reminder that when you're in person, you have a possibility of suffering entering your body through your thoughts, through your emotions, through what happens, and you're like, oh my god, this is happening to me, this is awful. That's a person. The I again, you see. But you can come out of the I and the person and enter just consciousness, because it's here already. Boop. Awareness is here already. Let go of I, let go of personhood. You're just being. And do that for a few minutes and notice how it makes you feel. Notice the change from agitation person to peaceful, calm presence. And then when you come back into person, that calm presence is pulled in with you. The more you practice, the more aware you'll become. In fact, it becomes a natural occurrence for you to be more aware than up here judging things. And when you get to that state, everything is flowing, everything is working, everything, no problems, everything is just passing through. You notice an emotion and it passes through because you're in formlessness. The more formlessness you can cultivate, which sounds crazy, but the more conscious you are and the more you identify with consciousness, your life will change completely. So give it a go and see how it works for you. But coming away from person and into consciousness is the key to a happy, healthy, joyful, settled, peaceful life. So thank you for watching. Just to finish, you've always got that opportunity. So whenever you're feeling rubbish, straight into conscious awareness, straight into I am sitting here, I'm just being, not doing anything. Let my thoughts pass. And you'll feel better. And that's the practice. If you can do it more than once a day, fantastic. If you can keep going, then you're living more in the present moment. You're living more in the now, because consciousness is now. Thoughts are not now. Thoughts are always of something that happened, something that could happen. So I hope that's been helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll do another video sometime soon. Take care and have a lovely, lovely day, evening, wherever you are. And if you're feeling a bit, consciousness is the key. Enter your awareness and notice how you feel after a few minutes. All right. Cheers now. Bye bye.